are in a perfectly quiet room, an anechoic chamber. At first, it's a novelty, but soon you start to hear things, not from the outside, but from the inside. The thumping of your own heart, the faint hiss of your nervous system, the gurgle of your stomach. This discomfort isn't just about the lack of sound. It's about your brain's profound intolerance for a vacuum. For centuries, this was called horror vacui, the fear of empty space, a principle seen in densely decorated art where every inch is filled. But it's also a neurological principle. Your brain is a prediction machine, and when its primary sense for ambient information, hearing, gets zero input, it doesn't relax. It panics. It starts desperately searching for a signal, turning the gain up so high that the noise of your own biology becomes deafening. How do you even perceive a beginning or an end? When a fan in your room stops, you notice the silence it leaves behind more than you noticed its sound. This isn't a passive process. Your auditory cortex has what are called offset neurons. These specific cells don't fire when a sound is playing. They fire in the precise moment a persistent sound stops. They are novelty detectors for absence. You aren't hearing nothing. You are actively hearing the stop. This is a crucial distinction. The brain isn't just a receiver for what is there. It has dedicated hardware to process what was there and now isn't. Think of it like a photograph and its negative. The negative contains all the same information, just inverted. Your brain is constantly developing both pictures at once, the world of presence and the equally important inverted world of absence. This active processing of absence extends far beyond sound. Consider waiting for an important text message. The phone sits on the table, silent. Nothing is happening. Yet, you might feel a growing sense of anxiety or disappointment. This feeling is real, a physiological response to a non-event. Why? Because your brain made a prediction. Based on past experience and social rules, it predicted a notification would arrive. When it doesn't, the anterior cingulate cortex and prefrontal cortex, your brain's expectation managers, register an error. A prediction error signal is generated, the same kind of neural alert that fires when you touch a hot stove or miss a step on the stairs. Nothing has happened, but your brain processes it as a failure, a cognitive stumble, and floods your system with the corresponding stress chemistry. Your reality is being shaped by an event that explicitly did not occur. Sometimes, the brain's attempt to fill a void becomes so powerful it creates a perception from scratch. This is the origin of phantom phenomena. An amputee feels an itch on a foot that isn't there, because the somatosensory cortex, the brain's body map, has a foot section that is no longer receiving signals. Rather than accept this void, the map becomes hyperactive, generating its own signals, which are felt as real sensations. The brain would rather create a ghost than accept a blank space in its map. The same thing happens with hearing. In profound silence or after hearing loss, the auditory cortex can generate its own signal. A high-pitched ring, a low hum. This is tinnitus. It is, quite literally, the sound of silence. It is the sound of your brain refusing to accept nothing and creating something in its place. These aren't malfunctions. They are the result of a predictive system doing its job too well, filling in the blanks with the most probable, albeit non-existent, data.